How's it going, guys? My name is Raina Jr. 123. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going over some in real life footage that I was able to record at my local shop playing One Piece. So this was recorded on a Saturday. Every Saturday we have our tournaments, and my first matchup here is going to be the. I'm only going to go over one matchup because this match in particular was pretty long. And then maybe I'll release the other footages that I have recorded. Footages isn't weird, but yeah, at my local shop I've been playing a lot of Red Green Law. As you can see, I have the altar and the playmat down there, so I'm playing Red Green Law today, and my first match was actually against a Green Uta. So I was kind of scared because I know Green Uta could be a menace. I've been playing against it a lot on the sim recently, just with Green Yellow Yamato, and I've been having a lot of trouble. So here I was a little worried about what my matchup was going to look like, but yeah, so here we're rolling to see who goes first. I think I end up winning. I don't know if we said high or low, but I'm pretty sure I'd want to go second in this matchup. I always like going second with Law just because I get to play two bodies, two one-cost bodies, and I can get to shambles or leader ability faster. Looking at my hand here, I have two Bages, a Restand Law, a Rush Zoro, and a Bonnie. And I could have kept it, but honestly I would have preferred one more searcher. Looking back at it, I probably should have kept it just because I know a lot of the games when I have a Bonnie in my hand and I mulligan it to get another searcher, I end up being way too greedy and I just never see Bonnies ever again in the game. So I probably should have kept it, but it's okay. We mulligan here. My opponent doesn't. He keeps his hand and he sets up his life. So I get my cards back. I'm giving myself the 5 cards, and I'm just gonna give myself the life without looking at the cards. And yeah, so let's see what I got. I got a Rush Zoro, a Rosinante, a Restand Law, a Chopper, and a Brook from Film. And just like that, I cursed myself. I did not get any searchers. So yeah, I kind of learned that if I just have a Bonnie in my starter hand, just keep it. I feel like I'm always way too greedy. But yeah. My opponent uses Neon Genesis and gets a Uta blocker out of the search. And it's my turn now, so I didn't end up going second. It's my turn. I don't think I drew here. I think I draw at the end of the turn. Yeah, here I draw. I forgot to draw. I end up getting a blocker law, and I just play the Chopper and pass. Not really much to play on my board here. I got some pretty high cost bodies. I do have the Rosinantes in there just because I wanted to see if they could help me against a pop matchup. But he swings, what is that, 6 at me. I take it just so I can get more cards in hand, and I end up getting a Nami Searcher. So I draw, get a, what is that, a 2K, yeah, it was a 2K Brook. Give 2 Restodon to any character or leader. I think I'm probably just going to play the Nami here, search, try to find a cheap body or a 2K. I mean, maybe I can go for the Luffy play, but I don't really need them at this moment. Here I'm just a bit. Oh, never mind. What is my opponent doing? Okay, yeah, I see. I swung 5. He counters out for 1. I end up playing the Brook into the Zoro, and I think I just pass here. I don't want to swing with my Zoro because then it's going to be an open body that he can just easily swing into. I want to build up my board and then be able to use leader ability. This match did end up taking quite a bit. I remember towards the end of the video, everybody's matches were done and it was just me and my friend here. We were kind of just the last match and everybody was watching us, so I did feel a bit of pressure when everybody was standing around us just watching. But yeah, he swings 6k and searches with leader effect. I didn't get to see what he draws. I take the hit and he plays a Film Brook. Probably gonna play a, okay, he plays an Uta, never mind. I thought he was gonna play a Nami, but I guess he plays Uta blocker and passes. So I'm restanding. I draw into a Nami Searcher, so another cheap body to play. We always like those. I think at this point in the game I can use leader effect, so I play the Nami, search top 5 for a Straw Hat type character. I get 2 of them. Yeah, 2 of them. I end up getting 2k just because the Nico Robin isn't really going to help me here, especially with no Otamas in my hand. So just get a 2k to be safer. Here I'm probably debating on what I want to do. I think I'm probably going to play the Brook or the Rosinante blocker. Let's see. Probably the Brook though, just because the 2 Restodon is pretty good, and then just shambles it out with oh, okay, I play another Nami. Okay. Let's see what I draw from that then. Let's go for a Luffy. I don't draw anything good, so I just get another 2k. At least I get a 2k in hand. We take those. But yeah, I probably should have played the Brook just for a bit more of the aggression, and I could have just shambles it out with leader ability and played a law bouncer or a law blocker, sorry. But I guess so. I'm swinging 6 with Rush Zoro. He takes it, no trigger, and I don't see how much Dawn I'm at. I don't really get a good angle on the Dawn the whole game, so I guess we'll just have to see at what point I run out of Dawn. But I'm swinging another 6 with the Film Brook, and he's debating on countering out, and he does counter out. Don't see what he countered out with, but I'm guessing it's a 2k. So I use leader effect, play a restand law, okay. Restand the Zoro, swing another 6, he takes it. And I think this turn I actually forgot to restand my leader. I don't know if I did or not. I don't remember. I'd have to look back, and I'll probably put up some text here if I did or not. But I can't remember swinging with my leader this turn. But yeah, we pass, and my opponent draws his Dawn. Let's see what he's going to do. I think at this point he's at a 7 Dawn turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Dawn. So he could play the Luffy blocker, but he uses 1 Dawn to attach it to leader and swing 6k using leader effect, I'm guessing. I feel like... Okay, there it is. Yeah, and he gets a Film Nami off of that. Pretty good for him. We'll probably see that in play here soon, just so he can get more cards in hand. Uta players do like getting a lot of cards in hand. So he'll probably be playing that soon here with another Film Brook, or maybe a Film Luffy. Oh, well, actually, he can't use Film Luffy. He plays a Backlight, popping my my Zoro, which I'm fine with. I can fill my board up easily again. Plus, I got the Film Brook and the Restand Law for my attackers, so I'm chilling here. He has his Uta up with 4 Dawn up left. That 3 Dawn on the side is his rested Dawn, or not his rested Dawn, but his undrawn Dawn, I guess. It was kind of throwing me off. I thought he had like way more Dawn, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to expect something big here, but he just doesn't have that Dawn up yet. Let's see, he rests 4 Dawn, plays another Brook, yep, and he's gonna play, I'm guessing, the Nami that we saw earlier. Not being able to use its effect though. Okay, he plays another Uta. So he's playing a bit more passively, I guess. I do remember this my friend's deck here. It was more 8-drop reliant. He has 8-drop Kid in the deck. I'm not sure how many he's running, 2 or 3 maybe, probably 4 even. But he does run the 8-drop Kid, so I'm seeing he's building up the board for his 8-drop Kid so he can protect it. Knowing this though, I do draw into a Rush Luffy, which is going to be very helpful against taking down that Kid, because I get to basically ignore these blockers and just swing big with it. And if he can counter out, he counters out, and I'll just swing again. But yeah, our hand's looking pretty good at this point. We're looking pretty aggressive. So before he drops another 8, or before he drops his 8-drop Kid, I'm going to just swing big, trying to get rid of his board or trying to take his life. Hoping that he blocks out of these hits, just because I don't want him to get value off of them. But he instead is taking the life, which is fair on him, because he knows he has that 8-drop Kid probably in hand at this point. So he knows that, you know, the next few turns are going to be very me being passive, just because I can't deal with the 8-drop Kid. He doesn't know though that I have a Rush Luffy in hand, so his blockers are not going to be that useful here. But yeah, I'm swinging 6s all around, 7 with the Restand Law. I use Leader Effect to get the Nami back, play a Law blocker, bouncing another Searcher Nami, and playing a Rush Zoro, swinging 6k to Leader with him. We'll see if he takes it or if he blocks. He counters out with a Chopper, I think that is. And I just passed turn here. Got a lot of things done this turn. I swung, what is that, 4 times with Leader as well. So we're looking pretty good right now. He's at his 9 Dawn turn, so at this point he can play a drop Kid, and it's probably what he's going to do. Yep, seeing him grab all of his Dawn is making me fear what's to come. So he's probably going to play the 8-drop Kid and just swing 5s all around, just because he needs that 1 Dawn on the Kid to make him attack him. So we'll see what he does. Swinging 5 here, probably with leader to one of my bodies, perhaps. With that Brook attack, I just free blocked it with the blocker law, just because I'm not going to counter out. I know it's coming, so at this point I'm just like, alright, let me get ready for it. I need to keep up all my bodies just so I can keep constantly swinging into it, getting rid of his blockers. Let's see, swinging 5 at something. I don't know if he's swinging 5 at me or if he's swinging 5 at one of my board. But I do counter out of it, I guess. Sorry for the bad angle, guys. I'm still kind of messing around with my camera, my head mount, so hopefully at some point I learn how to get better angles. But yeah, there he is. He plays the 8-drop kid. Let's see what he plays off of its effect, if he plays anything. He's gonna play the Nami. Okay, yeah, he plays the Nami. Can't search off of it with no Dawn up, so he passes it over to me. And at this point, I'm like, okay, this 8-drop's gonna be a pain in my ass. Let's see. I'm probably just gonna be swinging here with the restand law, just because the restand law is at 6k, so I only need to attach 2 Dawn to go into it. But like I did say earlier, I do have that Rush Luffy in hand, so I can shambles it into play. Probably what I'll end up doing is swinging 8k towards the kid, and then shambles in the Luffy and swinging with that. Okay, at this point, never mind. I guess I don't have the Luffy. I thought I saw the Luffy earlier. I guess I probably searched it with Nami and just bottom decked it, which does suck. I probably picked up the Rush Zoro instead. I'm not sure. But I'm swinging 8k again towards the kid, and he counters out of both my restand law and my Rush Zoro swing. So I'm gonna swing another 8k with Brook. What does he have? Only 1 card in hand, so he just blocks it. Oh, he has 2 cards in hand, but he blocks it. I'm guessing he doesn't want to run out of counter or run out of cards. At this point, I'm pretty sure I can't really do much here. I could swing with the law blocker, but that would leave me very vulnerable. And I think at this point, I only have 2 life left, maybe 1. I'm not entirely sure. I think I have 2 life left. So at this point, I don't really feel comfortable with swinging with the restand law. But I am going to use leader ability, it seems. Am I going to search with the... Okay. I'm going to play a restand, or sorry, a blocker law. Picking up the Brook, probably. Yeah, here I'm debating on what I want to pick up. I'm probably going to pick up the Brook just so if I need to, I can play that Brook into Rush Zoro again later on. Which, yeah, it seems like I am going to do. Playing a Nami. Hoping for a 5-drop Luffy here in the draw. And I get unlucky there. So, I get a chopper. Sucks that I'm not seeing my Rush Luffys. I do run 2 of them, so one of them's at the bottom of the deck. And I'm hoping I could just cycle through the deck quick enough to be able to deal with this Eustace Captain Kid, because it is going to be a pain to deal with if I don't have one. Especially if he keeps playing blockers. It's not going to be fun. So he's swinging 6k, it seems like, at... it looks like he pointed at my restand law, so... Yeah, I counter out with the Brook that I pilled up earlier. And he's going to be swinging 6k again at restand law with Nami, using its effect to search. He gets a Neon Genesis, and I think I blocked it. Probably going to swing into it again with the Captain Kid. But first he's going to play the Neon Genesis, searching the top 5, I think it is, and gets another Uta blocker. So he's probably going to swing, or maybe he won't swing with the kid, and maybe I'll just attach the Dawn and rest it so he can play the Uta blocker that he just got. Just leaving 3 Dawn up, 4 to the side, okay. He's messing with this Dawn, it's throwing me off. Swinging, what is that, 7? 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he's swinging 7 at my restand law. 2k counter out of it just because I really need this restand law to stay on the board so I can keep swinging into the 8-drop kid. And he's attaching 2 Dawn to the Captain Kid, swinging 10k at my restand law. Now, do I block it or do I keep it on the board? We'll see. Probably block it here, or maybe counter out. I mean, I need 3 cards in hand, so probably just block it here and lose a blocker. Yep, just lose a blocker for it. So I think he's gonna pass turn here. Okay, never mind. He plays the Uta that he just searched. So, and then he passes turn. So it's looking pretty rough here for me. I desperately need to top deck a Luffy rush, or I can don't draw into it. So I'm probably gonna play the Bonnie, hoping to find it. Desperately looking for this Luffy to help me out here, and I do get it there. Boom. And at this point, my opponent here is nervous because he knows exactly what I'm about to do. As soon as I drop that 5-drop on him, he knows it's gonna not be fun. So here I'm probably just gonna play the Nami Searcher that I think I have in my hand, either that or a Beiji, and then just shambles. Okay, yeah, I play another Tony blocker, and I'm probably gonna shambles in the Luffy, getting the Bonnie back in my hand. That's what it looks like. Leader effect, grab the Bonnie, play the Luffy, and I'm probably just gonna attach a lot of Dawn here. I think if I remember correctly, I attached like 10k, or not 10k, I make the Luffy 10k. So what's that, 5 Dawn? Yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I make it an 11k. And at that point I'm like, you can't block leader or the Luffy effect, so that's an 11k into an 8k. He lets it go. And I'm like, cool, I can use the rest of my Dawn to swing into your board here. I'm probably going to go after that Nami just because that Nami is going to be a pain. So I'm swinging something into the Nami. Probably 6k. He is going to counter out. Okay. Swinging another 6k into the Nami. He blocks. Very cool, very cool. And I think I'm just going to pass here because I don't want to swing with my blocker. So yeah, I pass, leaving my 2 blockers up and my Nami. Can't really swing with the Nami here. I don't have a Makino in my hand either, so I can't swing with the Nami without investing too much Dawn. Really happy that I got that Luffy off of the Bonnie search, and at this point in the game, I'm gonna have to defend the crap out of that Luffy because it is way too valuable right now into this matchup. He plays another 8-drop, leaving 2 Dawn up. He's probably gonna attach one of them to the 8-drop kid, so I have to attack it. So at most, I can see a 6k swing coming in here. Or maybe a 5k if he uses the Nami effect. If he uses Nami effect, which we'll see here. He is going to use the Nami effect, so I'm going to be seeing 5k swings all around. I take that 5k swing, getting a Tony Chopper from life. That was my hand. I think I saw 2 Beijis in there. Okay, no, 2 Brooks. 2 Brooks, Rush Zoro, Beiji, Chopper, and a Bonnie. Out of the Nami search, I think I saw a Film Brook get into play, either that or it was a Zoro. I think he said he was gonna swing here, but I was like, you just played it, and he was like, oh yeah. So luckily I caught that. At this point I was like, I have to be paying attention to this match because man, anything could fuck me up, and I'm glad I was. So he's gonna swing 5k into probably my life, and I just free block that. Another 5k into my life, and I just block it, setting up everything again. At this point, I think everybody else was finished with their matches, and it was just us playing, so I'm feeling a little bit nervous seeing everybody looking at our game. But I still have that Luffy on board, so it's not going to be too big of a problem getting rid of that useless Captain Kid. Probably going to fill up my board with a 1-drop that I have, and just swing big with the Luffy, forcing that kid to be KO'd. Really don't want to be dealing with that kid multiple times per turn. I'd rather just attach all my Dawn on the Luffy and forcibly KOing it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm attaching 5 Dawn to my Luffy, making it an 11k swing again, getting rid of that kid. And I'm probably going to just use my other 5 Dawn, well actually 4 Dawn, because I used one to play that Beiji. So swinging, let's see, oh, I'm swinging with my leader. I can't really see the Dawn because my camera skills are horrible, but I swung something and he blocks it. Swinging another 6k to, I think that was the Nami. So he let it die. I'm gonna shambles effect. Let's see what I play here. Okay, I grab the Restand Law, shamblesing in the Rush Zoro, swinging 6k to his Brook. So at this point I'm clearing his board, and he only has 2 cards in hand, 2 life left. I have 1 life left, but I got 2 blockers, so it's looking pretty good for me. I think I was talking here and I was like, I swear, man, if you top deck into another 8-drop kid, and they started laughing, so I was like, there's no way he just top decked into a fucking 8-drop kid. I'll probably play the audio clips here. He's gonna play another 8-drop kid. Oh my god, fucking shit, there's no way. There is no way you top deck a kid.
Oh my god, how does that happen, bro?
There is no way you top deck a kid.
Oh my fucking god.
But yeah, I was livid to say the least when I saw them laughing. I was like, there's no way he drew into an 8-drop. So he's leaving all of his Dawn up, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, he drew into one. But it wasn't an 8-drop kid. I think he drew into a Luffy, and I think after the game he was telling me that he drew into a Luffy when he had one in his hand already, so he had 2 7-drop Luffys. They're not really helping him much here though, because I do have that Restand Law in my hand, and I do have the Luffy with the ×2 Dawn. You can't activate a blocker, so even if he has it, I'm going for game here. I mean, I can't really go for game, probably if I swing with everything, but it is risky. So he swings 7k to something, probably the Luffy, just because the Luffy is going to be aggro. Okay, never mind. He's swinging 7k to you know what, no, probably the Luffy, and I 2k'd out of it. So at this point he can't really do anything. He leaves 1 Dawn open, pass his turn, and I'm restanding everything here. At this point I'm nervous. 1 mess up and it could be game for me here. Not restanding my leader. There you go. Let's see. So I got 2 Bonnies in hand, a blocker. I think that was a 2k counter from the Brook. So I'm attaching 4 Dawn onto Luffy, swinging at probably life. Yep, he takes it. Probably gonna shambles in the Restand Law, restanding to Luffy, swinging another, what was that, 10k? 10k to life. He takes it. He only has 1 blocker. What is that, 4 or 5 cards in hand? So I could possibly go for game here with the Rush Zoro, the Law Blocker, and the leader swing. But instead I'm playing the safer option, going for his board. I will extend this 1 more turn just so I can be safe. Swinging 7k to his Usopp, and he takes it. Haven't swung with the leader yet. I think I attached, what was that, 1 Dawn or 2 Dawn? So okay, 7k, and I attached 2 Dawn to my leader and swung at life, but he blocks it with the Monkey D Luffy blocker. At this point, it's looking like it's game for me. I pretty much won at this point. I have a Beiji and a Trafalgar Law. He can't really play much. He doesn't have Rush in this deck, so it's looking game for me. I just need to protect that Luffy at all cost. Swinging 6k into something, and I countered out. So here he's just setting out his Dawn. I think he's probably going to play the other Luffy character he has. Okay, so he backlights my Luffy, KOing it. And at this point I was like, ah, fuck. Please don't play another blocker, because damn, it's going to extend this game out more if I... it's going to extend out the game more. So he backlights it, and now he's just looking. I think he has, what, 7 Dawn up, 8 Dawn up? He's counting here, so he's gonna rest all his Dawn, playing another 7-drop Luffy. Does he play a blocker? He does play another blocker. So this is gonna be quite annoying. I guess the play here could be play that other Bonnie, hope that I top deck another Luffy. So we'll see what I do. I draw, get into a 2k. Yep, there's the Bonnie play. I'm gonna search the top 5. Hope for a Luffy. Nothing. A whiff. But I got a Restand Law, so it could help here. At this point, I'm probably just gonna go for game. Let's see what I'm gonna swing with first. Probably the Rush Zoro. Yep. So 7 to life. Let's see if he counters out. He blocks it, so it's pretty telling. He doesn't really have much in his hand that's helpful here. gonna do 8 at life with the restand law. He's gonna block it. He blocks it there, and at that point I'm like, cool, let me use leader ability. Just shambles out the Rush Zoro, play the restand law, restanding the restand law, and just attaching the rest of my Dawn onto him and swinging for game here. And he tells me he has it. I don't know what's in his hand, but yeah, it was a really fun match to be playing into. I really enjoyed it. GG's to the opponent, Brandon. You did really good. So yeah, expect more of these videos. I did record 2 more games. So we'll see how they go. And also shout out to the local shop that I've been going to recently. It's been a lot of fun going over there and just practicing my decks. So Project X, shout out. Jay, really cool owner of the store. I'll link his socials or his Twitch down below. He does stream a lot, so I'll link it down below in the description. And here's the deck list. The deck list will probably be popped up here on what I was running. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.